Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
We might not have said this a few years ago, but when Ohio State matches up against Indiana, it is a big deal. Keep in mind that Hoosiers beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game last year on their way to the national title. But Ohio State knows they could be the team to beat in the Big Ten this year. It is all on the line for some early dominance when Ohio State takes on Indiana. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Hoover. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick six.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense. That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
To the air, it's Hoover. Pocket breaking down. Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke. The year before that, they have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like where he was a good...
Snags it, and there's running room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver. They're working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Working the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. In the red area, it's Richard. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Quickly complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, third down and long situation to get that conversion and now get first and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense.
Dances away to buy time. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
To throw, it's Hoover. Touchdown, Indiana! Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. On the ground, it's Jackson. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. Running inside, it's Jackson. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Might be changing the route. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front.
Could be an alley. Got enough for the first.
Play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown. Any chance on this drive to even the score? They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Marsh. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Surged ahead for a couple there, it'll be 2nd and 8. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Makes the grab, and he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pulls it in. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they
makes the catch, and he's free. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Richard. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Got a man, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. It's complete. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were knocking.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Sanchez. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Here's Sayin to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start our coverage with Auburn in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season.
The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
This offense typically really good in these physical situations, running the football, getting first downs. They got stopped on this play. Interesting decision coming up here on 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it and keep possession.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got his man. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sanchez. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. On the run, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Working that left side now. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Under fire. It's complete to the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the 2nd half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Running to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Sends it back in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Throwing, say it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Into the end zone for 6. The Buckeyes with an answer. The extra point here would tie the game.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Running inside, it's Beebe, and there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, that D-tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his 3-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and was able to get that tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gonna take a shot. And they're not on the same page there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. He tries to take the top off. And that ball is caught. One hand grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for space. It's Beebe. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Hoosiers right back at him. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He'll bring it out. It's Sanchez. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. that one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Smith's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. And the offense says, thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Motion from the wide receiver.
Sweet.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Finds his back in the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Buckeyes with an answer. Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Picks up the first down. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeye! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Marsh. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking for a big play. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Zings it complete to the right. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. Looking to throw again. With the catch, it's Becker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Here's the pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He moved the throw away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Preston. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Gets it out quickly. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Rush is on him. Took a shot as he threw.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play? You can dial up, maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
I know they've got other timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
They'll go right back to it. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Got a little grass. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game and